How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, we are still back in Twilight Town. Quick little recap. We are trying to find Roxas, and it looks like trying to get to the other Twilight Town was a big bust. So now we're going to go reconvene with everybody in town and just see what else unfolds.
So, you think you can bring Roxas back?
Oh, would you look at that? Final boss of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2! Ansem and Xemnas are back.
Roxas should never have existed.
Now, if you're wondering why I cut off my Twilight Town playthrough around this part, was just because, well, I probably could have fit both into one huge part, but it's like I wanted to just make it easy on me for recording my voice, because for those of you that are just maybe even just tuning in now, it was kind of hard enough for me to provide commentary while also playing the game, especially for a game like Kingdom Hearts. Since Kingdom Hearts is my favorite game series of all time, I really have to focus on what I'm doing. Otherwise, I get too into the gameplay, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk. I just want to play. That's why for my Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 playthroughs, there was just no commentary. It was just gameplay. But I made a promise to some friends that I would do commentary for Kingdom Hearts 3, and by God, I'm doing it right now. So, since you're not really in Twilight Town for too long, I decided to just kind of split up this part into two videos just because it makes it a little bit easier for me. And the thing is that after we literally, once Sora, Donald, and Goofy get back into town, there's going to be really nothing else but cutscenes throughout this entire episode. But I'll elaborate that more as we progress. But we're trying to find a way to bring Roxas back. We got nowhere, and now we've got Ansem and Xemnas back, causing some shit.
He'll never answer to you again.
Still so blind. A nobody is what's left behind when one gives his heart to darkness.
And I guess I can share some information for you guys that some more Kingdom Hearts news-related information came out today. I guess there was a magazine that came out in Japan that goes, it's like a guide for Kingdom Hearts 3. And Tetsuya Nomura commented on a couple things that are going to be addressed, not exactly in the book, but later down the road we'll get some answers about some mysteries we had for Kingdom Hearts 3. But right now I want to address this little particular battle right now that I thought was actually really cool. We get to hear the battle theme from when we left Destiny Islands in the first game and get to fight Neo Shadows and Dusks. And that music takes me back, you know. That music when Sora leaves the island is great.
It's not darkness. Not if it helps him.
I kind of decided to stick back to I went back to the Star Seeker variant Keyblade just to kind of, I don't know, I wanted to play around more with my second form and whatnot, so yeah, this is basically just, you're kind of trapped in this area right here, and you're literally just fighting Neo Shadows and, Dusks. But it's pretty fun, especially with this music in the background. It's classic Kingdom Hearts. But anyway, let's, get back to that information here. I'm not going to reveal too much because of possible spoilers, because I know I said I would kind of talk about some stuff. I'm going to try and hold back as best I can, but the things that I say right now are not story spoilers at all, just little bits and details. Like one thing is that Rage Form is different than the Anti-Form that we had in Kingdom Hearts 2. Rage Form is Sora controlled by Rage, whereas Anti-Form is Sora controlled by Darkness. And now that I think about it, that totally makes sense, considering how Sora gets really upset this game, and I won't go into detail about that till we get to those parts, but for those of you that played, you know what I mean. Let's see. Don't want to go over that. Scala at Kylum and Daybreak Town are connected in some way, and there should be hints if looked upon closely. That's actually quite curious, and I think that when I go back to play the final boss fight, I'm actually going to start looking around in there and maybe avoid the bosses in general, just so I can really try and figure out what that is. Not gonna say that.
Then all my heart it is.
The epilogue and secret movie will be explained later on.
Are you with me? Donald? Goofy?
And yeah, I'm gonna cut it there because the rest are kind of too big of spoilers, and I just want to keep it on the down low for at least a little while longer, so I won't go too big into that. But I guess we're gonna get some more questions answered, and I think it was revealed that we are going to get Now, don't take this for granted. This might be confirmed, it might not be, but this is what I heard on the Kingdom Hearts websites. There will apparently be one side game before we get to Kingdom Hearts 4. That's what everyone's saying. But yeah, guys, in case you guys didn't know, Kingdom Hearts 3 is not the end of the series. It's just the end of the Xehanort saga. This game series still has so much more story to go through. There is so much that this game can do as a franchise, and with how they ended it, there is still so much more story to tell. But I kind of like that. I actually kind of hope that rumor's true, because then, you know, it's really just one more side game, and then we automatically get Kingdom Hearts 4. And I think that's great, and I think that's a smart move by Square. It all just depends on what they decide to do with it. But take that for granted. It's probably not true. It's just something I heard. But I want to think it could be true. I'm just saying. So after that little encounter with Xemnas and Ansem, we now need to go back to town and to warn Hayner and Olette about what's going on here. God, I love using Ragnarok in this game. I never was a big fan of Ragnarok in the other games, but this one it's easier to use and it's easier to gain access to, and it deals a lot of damage. Yeah, as soon as we get back to town, guys, it's pretty much going to be cutscenes throughout this entire episode, because we're nearing the end of the world. Another thing that I showed off a little bit earlier in my other video and in this video was another attraction flow, and that was the raft ride, which is pretty much like a use of Cali River Rapids from Disney World, and the other raft ride from Disneyland, which is more of like based in California, but still really cool. I like how you could just leave an endless trail of water, and then you and Donald and Goofy get to ride. I'd probably throw up if I went on the track like that, but I'm not. I'm glad that that's probably not possible. But it's still cool to see. Alright, I think that's all the Heartless in this area, so we're going to keep on moving forward. Back into the sewers we go. Yeah, this is the last video I can do commentary for before I need to go back in and start recording gameplay. This is the last piece of last thing of gameplay that I recorded, so I have to go back and start playing more. But I can tell you guys right now, I have been playing a little bit more, but I haven't been going to new worlds yet. I've kind of just been doing some level grinding, and just been like getting my keyblades stronger, because I want to try and experiment more with different keyblades. And I think if I can boost my stats up a little bit more, then it'll be easier for me to do. So I've been kind of doing that on the side, but then pretty soon I'm going to start heading into the next Disney World.
Well, bless my bagpipes. It was you laddies who rescued my chef.
And we've got the return of Uncle Scrooge, but he's not in Hollow Bastion this time, or Radiant Garden. He is in Twilight Town.
That's right.
Looks like Uncle Scrooge has teamed up with Remy from Ratatouille and opened up a restaurant right here in Twilight Town, because he can make another profit.
Uncle Scrooge?
Oh, hello, Sora. You're looking hale and hearty. I heard you were on another grand adventure with these two. I hope Donald isn't making a menace of himself.
Why did you have to say that?
So, Uncle Scrooge, what's that you were saying about a chef?
Oh, right. The chef of my bistro here wanted to show you his appreciation. So, he baked this for you.
So that is something that we actually do get And just to reiterate, throughout the game, you can find many ingredients along the way and start cooking things. And when you make things,
Settle down.
you can actually
Chef wants you to know
give them to
it's
Sora,
not but,
and whatever you eat will increase your stats in a specific sort of way. And, you know, they can increase your health, increase your strength, increase your magic, all that good stuff. But I never really did it in the game because I just mostly relied on what I learned throughout the game. But who knows, maybe I'll mess around with it one day so I can show you guys.
It all started a little while ago when I was enjoying one of the best meals of my life.
And now we're going to do like our last main objective in Twilight Town is we're going to find 9 ingredients for Remy, where you're basically doing a scavenger hunt. And these things aren't really that hard to find. All you need to do is look for like baskets of fruit because they're just all over the place, or even just like little boxes of like where you can get Chinese food in. They're scattered all around the world, and you just need to collect 9 of them. And I think there's actually 10 containers where you can get food in total in that general area of Twilight Town, so you have an extra option to find food. And it's not really that bad.
Kinda like a scavenger hunt.
And the more the better. The mark of a truly great chef is creating masterpieces out of anything. You can start right here in town.
We'll do anything to try more of Little Chef's food.
That tart sure did
And
look
if you manage to perfect every single dish that Remy has on his menu, you will get a special Keyblade. I haven't gotten it yet in my good name because I don't like grinding for ingredients. But it's there for you guys to do, and it's, I guess some people enjoy the minigame. So now we're going to go find 9 ingredients. So this is the path I pretty much do. I pretty much just start right here. There's a basket of fruit right there. Then there is a Chinese dish right there.
Little Chef needs more ingredients. We better
Then head around the corner here and go back to where you started. There's a box right there. A box right in this little alleyway right here. If I didn't hit the trash can. Climb up there.
imagine the yummy stuff.
Was there something in that corner? I know that I get the treasure chest, but I don't think there's any food around this roof. Oh, yep, right there. Then head to the next roof. And there's a box right on top over there. And then right where that barrel is, there's a basket of fruit right next to it. And then if you press triangle around the barrels during some, you can do like a little stunt, and people will actually give you money for performing stuff. Kind of neat, you know, if you need some extra cash, you know, do it. There's one right there. And then there's actually 2 inside the movie theater, but since I only need 1, I only get the one right there. But there's like a few more in there that you can get.
Hey! Guys! Painter! Olette!
Hey, boss. Done with the posters.
Hey, good work, kids.
You got
Ah,
work
poster
for
duty.
Uncle Scrooge
That takes
here
me
at
back.
the bistro?
Do we?
Doing all those jobs in Twilight Town.
He gave us a short job putting up these special posters. Mr. McDuck's hosting an open-air film festival in the courtyard. Cool, huh? Oh, Sora. Hold your phone up to the poster.
Okay.
There, you've just downloaded a promo game for the film. You can try it later.
Yeah, there are like, there's a series of posters that are in Twilight Town where you can take your phone out and snap a picture of the barcode, and I think you can access like 3 games in here. I don't show it off in the walkthrough, but I mean it's just something you can do if you're really into it. And then there are more games hidden in big treasure chests throughout all the worlds, and I think I know a few that I can get to, and I'll show them off in my walkthrough.
Gore, she sure is canny. I always wondered how he keeps customers coming into his businesses over and over.
Oh yeah, I'm no business guy, but I sure wouldn't want to be one of Uncle Scrooge's competitors.
Seriously.
Whoa!
Oh, right. I need to warn you guys.
Why?
Well, those creepy crawly things might come back for more. So stay on your toes.
Sure.
Huh, and it looks like tonight we're getting a new Hellboy trailer. Sweet! Spring Break just keeps on getting better. That's a movie I'm looking forward to. The new Hellboy remake with David Harbour, I think his name is. Looks really good.
Slow down.
Even though Ron Perlman does hold a special place in my heart for Hellboy, but still,
Don't make
it'll be nice to see something, and, you know,
I know.
It'll be the first rated R movie I see in the new year for movies, so
Donald and
yeah.
Goofy, Kyrie.
But another thing to talk about for spring break, we got Captain Marvel coming up next week. That should be pretty exciting. The last movie before the
Hoping the three of you.
Avengers Endgame, which will be very exciting to see.
What? That's it? That's no favor.
I mean, Captain.
We'll
Let's
all wish.
since we're. I mean, okay, because nothing really else is going to go on here besides cutscenes. But
Depends too.
Captain Marvel,
Thanks.
I'm excited because, you know, it's the last, because we get to, I'm excited because we get to see Coulson and Nick Fury in it, mostly because of Coulson, because I like Coulson's character in the first phase of Marvel movies and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I'm really excited to see him in a Marvel movie again, and I know a lot of fans are too. But I haven't really seen too much of Captain Marvel, so I guess it'll be a great surprise to me. But I'm curious to know, like, since her movie is set in the 90s, and then the next time we see her as an Avengers, it's going to be kind of strange. And the thing is with Captain Marvel, I don't know what all her powers are. I haven't really looked up, like, what kind of a character she is. So I'm kind of going to let the movie explain that to me and then look this stuff up later. But I mean, hey, it's the first movie of the year that I'm going to see, so how can you not get excited?
We destroy him.
But in that case, we'll have to find ourselves another vessel.
That is why we never have just one iron in the fire.
Here's another thing that I want to point out right now. There are people on the roof that can possibly clearly see him, though. So where did all those people go? And then, yeah, there's like the turn. We get a new Keyblade. We get the Shooting Star Keyblade. A Keyblade that I didn't really use much in my good name, but I'm going to use more of it. And I think when we go to our first new Disney World, I'm going to show it off. And since we're pretty much going to be going to these next two cutscenes, I'm just going to say right now that once we leave Twilight Town, we're going to get two new cutscenes. And we're going to get access to two new Disney Worlds we get to choose from. We get to choose from either Toy Story or Tangled. Now, mostly people go to Toy Story first because it's technically the easiest in terms of like combat difficulty. But we're actually going to go to Tangled first because Toy Story is my favorite set of Disney films. I love Toy Story. Favorite set of Disney movies. I love everything about it. I don't care what people say about, you know, how Woody's the guy that does Woody doesn't sound that good. I mean, I think he's all right, but I'm not gonna give him shit. I love Toy Story. I love everything about it, so I don't care. Toy Story is without a doubt my favorite world to visit in this game, and I want to save it for last. So we're going to be going to Tangled first, and then Toy Story.
He's really sorry for all the trouble he caused. I told him it's fine, but...
And now we are taken to a place that Merlin has matched up, a place where Kyrie and, I'm just going to call him Axel. Kyrie and Axel can train wielding Keyblades and not have to worry about time because it's kind of cut off from the universe, so they can take as much time as they want to do what they got to do.
When I ask what's wrong, he says, I'm not sure. I think I'm forgetting something.
Yeah, so Merlin magicked up the world where it's not affected by time, so Kyrie and Axel have enough time to train and get ready for the eventual Keyblade War.
Your journey is all about helping people.
Now, I'm just going to say this right now, because I know that people are giving Kyrie a lot of shit because she didn't really do anything in this game, but I think people need to realize that for this game is all about Sora and Master Xehanort. You know, the final battle that we've all been waiting for with Sora versus Xehanort. Like, this is what we have wanted to see for a while. And I think people are just being too harsh on Kyrie. I mean, I get it. It's Sora's love interest. She has some really great scenes in this game. I'm aware with it. I thought she was great.
What? I am.
I mean, yes, it's a shame that they couldn't get her original voice actress to come back. But I think Alison Stoner does a pretty good job, so I'm not complaining. But I think people need to lay off about Kyrie because, you know, this story is supposed to focus on Sora and Xehanort. You know, it's their battle. This is how it's supposed to be. And just to let people know, it's like, again, this isn't the end of the series. This is just the ending of the Xehanort saga. We have a much worse villain that's on the horizons.
Okay.
But, you know, there's a lot of stuff they can't do. And then again, there's DLC. There's more that's going to come. We just have to wait and see. And Tetsunomura already said that he's going to give people the answers they've been looking for. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And you know what? All that DLC is going to be here in the game by the time 2019 ends. So it doesn't matter. I think people just need to just stop. Stop giving Kyrie so much shit.
What?
Nothing. I just...
You're trying to remember what you forgot?
Well, yeah.
I think we all can pretty much say what he's thinking about.
So tomorrow, you and me in the ring.
This was a good
You
scene.
ready?
Of course.
And I like how the game does this. The game will actually switch up for certain cutscenes, like the graphics. Like, you notice the detail on Kyrie and Axel looks way better than, like, actual gameplay. I like how the game does it. The game switches from its, like, you know, usual game cutscenes to, like, these really nice, impressive cutscenes. And it just looks amazing.
Are you okay? Lee.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're crying. What's wrong?
Something in my eyes.
You just have something in my eyes.
I'm gonna go. Sorry.
Okay, but stop apologizing.
Fine. On one condition.
What?
Call me Axel from now on. Got it? Memorized?
You got it. You got it, boss. Got it memorized.
Axel.
And now we cut to our final cutscene for this episode. Once it loads. And now we're in Radiant Garden following Riku and King Mickey on their quest to find Aqua. So I guess that in the time that after Sora, Donald, and Goofy renamed Hollow Bastion back into Radiant Garden, I guess everything went back to the way it looks in Birth by Sleep, which, I mean, it looks really, really nice.
After she dove into
And as Riku just said, this is where Aqua had her final battle in the Realm of Light against Terranort, and then she got sucked into the Realm of Darkness.
She sensed darkness in him, and they ended up getting into a big fight.
Right. And in the aftermath, the two of them disappeared. Around the same time, the guards found a stranger with white hair lying unconscious here in the square. A man calling himself Xehanort.
Ansem the Wise took the stranger in.
Now here's the thing with this particular scene that Mickey and Riku are explaining. We as the player, we know this. We know who Xehanort is. Once we played Birth by Sleep, all this makes fucking sense. But to Riku and the rest of the gang, they have no idea that Xehanort possessed Terra. The only person who knows that is Aqua. But unfortunately, Aqua didn't tell him, which was stupid, because then that would have answered their question right there, so she forgot to do that. But, yes, we ultimately know that basically the Heartless and Nobody form of Xehanort is really because of Xehanort's control over Terra. That's why they look so similar. Now this guy's a dick. Now this guy is an absolute dick. I hate young Xehanort. I think besides Master Xehanort, young he's just a pain. I hate him. Yeah,
and now they're looking for a fight with us.
And I will say that when I didn't even get like true satisfaction when I actually beat him during his specific boss fight, which I won't reveal which detail it is. But that one scene in Toy Story that we're all gonna see, that was one of the best goddamn cutscenes in this game, and one that we will see later on. And it looks like we're wrapping up to 2 minutes left in this video, guys, so I'm just gonna call it a wrap here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the continuation, the finale of Twilight Town, because I mean we're only gonna be back here one more time, but only for like 20-30 minutes. But I hope you enjoyed our exploration of Twilight Town and how we got nowhere to finding Roxas. And I look forward to seeing you guys again when we go to the Kingdom of Corona. Yes, we're going to Tangled first, ladies and gentlemen, and Toy Story will be saved for last. Thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next video.
It was the young man whose body Master Xehanort possessed.
No way. That was Terra? Master Xehanort was using Terra?
Yup. Master Xehanort told us another on our list belonged to him. He was talking about Terra. Turns out, Aqua saved more than just her friend that day.
Okay. But Master Xehanort is an old man again now. Where did Terra's body go?
It's 'cause Master Xehanort's collecting vessels. He claimed to have 2 of our 7 lights. We got Sora back, but Terra must still be on Xehanort's side.
He's with Organization 13? We should warn Sora.
Yup, and Merlin too.
Yeah.
Yippee! More worlds! Doing great, Sora!